Welcome to our podcast series, Score, the Best Kept Secret, where small business owners find the secret to success. Hello, and welcome to Score, the Best Kept Secret. My name's Elise Mitten, and I'm with the Berks Schuylkill Score, and I serve as Vice Chair for the Berks chapter. And I'm here today with Karen Shiffert, who is with Orca Resource, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her business and how Score has helped her with her business. So welcome, Karen, and thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sure.
You want this first or you want Score first?
This is good. We'll
okay,
start
well,
here
actually,
because this is what makes you call us.
This is called a Tuxedo Bed Sled. My husband had Parkinson disease, and I was his caregiver. I'm a seamstress. I have industrial machines. I was able to make a product. It's trademarked as a bed sled. It's for moving a person around in their bed when they can't move themselves. Caregivers would use this, nursing homes use it. I do sell to nursing homes. Mm-hmm. When he died in 2013, he was on the bed sled, and when the funeral director took him, they took the bedding and everything with it, and the week after the funeral, I went to pick up everything and square things up, and he said, you know, if you make this in a different material, I could use it in my business. So he started out with one that was 54 inches, like so.
Just a little thing.
Just a little thing. And he liked it. He has, I think he has 3 or 4 of them now. And I started getting the word around to other companies, other directors, and there was a request for it to be longer. So it became 72 inches. Then there was a request to make it wider. Now it's 42 inches wide. There was a request for tie downs to hold the body in so it wouldn't fall out. There's tie downs. And then it sat idle for a while, things kind of smoothed out, and there was some concern. When this thing is picked up without these poles, picture a hammock, it sags in the middle.
Right.
And apparently there was some resistance to that. So my people who had bought them, when are you going to make this rigid?
But the idea behind it is that this is an item that can be used in tight spaces.
Right, the whole
so
thing.
That
right,
to move
that's
a person.
Yeah. I get sidetracked easily.
No, that's okay.
Without the poles, this thing is very flexible. If a person would die in a bathtub, or a tight hallway, or a room full of furniture, in order for a normal removal, the funeral director has to move all that furniture out of the way.
Wow.
With this, it's flexible enough they can get in between the furniture and not have to move everything.
Even with the poles?
The poles, they have to take, the poles may have to come out, but they're made so that they're removable.
Okay.
So if they don't need them, they take them out. If they have them in and they get to a tight spot, they can go back and hook it back up again and just continue.
That's great. That's great. You've thought of everything.
It took a while. So now we're back to marketing this ourselves. I had a distributor. And we're going to be going to trade shows with it in spring, and we're looking to go forward.
Yeah, good.
But the original with this, 3 years ago, I was involved with Score at RACC, and at that time this was blue vinyl and gold nylon on the back. No poles, no snaps, just a pair. I was calling it a body stretcher. This has now become known as the Tuxedo, only because of this looks like a pair of tuxedo pants. That's where the name comes from.
There you go. There you go.
So Score, I was in the class for building a comprehensive business plan and worked with Russ Hoke and his crew and met some wonderful people. They took time to help me develop the business plan and crunch the numbers. Right. And I graduated the class, got the certificate, and went back and started working on this. And then that was right after my husband died, and probably the biggest thing that came out of that was me getting back on the horse. My husband had died in August. The class started in January. It was something to make me start thinking about going forward.
Right. So now, let's do a fast forward, because there's really something cool that happened for you with Lion Launch.
Yes.
About 2 months ago, we had an interview with Laura about Lion Launch and what it's all about. And you're an actual student of Lion Launch going through part 2, which is Shark Tank.
Yes.
Kind of the Shark Tank part.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that experience so that it's sort of
Okay. Well, I got involved
us.
with it. I got involved with it again. I have a girl who works for me, and I wanted her to learn how a business is run. So we signed up for the entrepreneur class, and she's been going right along with me. And towards the end of the class, they talked about this Lion Launch, and it's a competition that Penn State is funding. The judging is March 1st, not too far from now.
next Tuesday.
So
Or Wednesday.
next Wednesday.
Yes.
So it got us back on track again, having to get our ducks in a row and look at the numbers, and we have a PowerPoint presentation that we'll put together, and we'll make our pitch, and hopefully we'll get the $5,000. We'll use it for marketing. Basically with this, we're building
That's
a
great.
website for it. We've changed the name to Orca Resource. If you would look online for this right now, it's under morticianbodysled.com, but you can't buy there. It's not really set up for that. So the funds from the grant would be used to make that happen.
That's great. Now, with that, is there anything else that you're going to be able to take advantage of with Lion Launch? Because
there was networking, and we had made a lot of. They had one networking night, and I had done a speed networking several years ago, and I was petrified because once you've done that, you come out and you can't talk, you can hardly think. This was a smaller group. It didn't go quite as quickly, and we were able to actually talk to the people.
Okay.
And we made a lot of connections that we will be using going forward.
That's great. That's great. Now, what is, for your pitch, how is it going to be structured? Or do you have an undetermined amount of time that you can talk, or is it structured?
It is structured. They're allowing 10 minutes per presentation. So I'm supposed to give our pitch in 6 minutes, which is a task.
Right, right. You're telling about your whole life here.
Yes. And then there's 4 minutes for the judges to ask questions.
Right, right. So you were talking about you're going to use the money for, and is that going to be something that you're kind of guaranteed the money from it, or do you know?
If you're chosen, you are guaranteed the money. They'll make 2 installments. I'm not sure how soon the first one comes out, but they did say the second half would be several months down the line. We have a year to spend it, which won't take long. And then, I'm anxious to see how this is going to play out.
Very good. So how, as far as starting for your employee that works with you, did you see any kind of changes or aha moments that she had with it?
Yeah, she loved it. Russ is a good speaker too. I mean, his classes are fun.
Yes.
And then the speakers that came in, she learned a lot.
Yeah.
And she's been with me for a while, but sort of behind the scenes. And I'm trying to groom her for more into management, and this was a good step for her.
That's great. That's great. Well, I see that time has gone very quickly for us. Can you share with our audience where they learn more about you? I know you shared it in the beginning, but if you could share that with them so that if they want to learn more about where to purchase your product or reach you, that would be great.
Caregivers Aide is my signature site with the caregiving items. That has been there for 10 years and will be there forever. That's caregiversaide.com, caregiversaide. We are dependent upon the grant coming through to get the website up for this, in which case it will be a buying site, and that will be under orcaresource.com, ORCARESOURCE.com. So that'll be the connections to get this and the information to purchase there. I also, because I'm a seamstress, I don't have a website for it, but I do have a Facebook page, Remember When Sewing, in Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania.
Yes. And just quickly, although this is for not nursing homes, funeral homes, you also work with veterinaries.
Right.
Yes.
That's a brand new.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, brand new product. We just started modifying this, making it smaller, different materials for veterinarians to move a large animal from surgery to recovery.
Yeah. Yeah. So just wanted to mention that That might be the next time we have you, and we'll talk about that. I want to thank everyone for learning more about SCORE, your best kept secret. Like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, SCORE, the best kept secret. Check back next week for more stories from SCORE, the best kept secret, here on the People Chronicles. Like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. If you would like to access our services or volunteer with SCORE, visit our website, berksschuylkillscore.com.